Thanks for joining us. My name is Tyler, and this is my dad,
Dave.
And we are 2Gen Fragrance Reviews. Today, it's a little brisk out, wouldn't you say?
It's getting chilly out there.
In Connecticut, it is about to be 45 tonight.
I think it's up. It might be a little close to 50, but you're right.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
the 40s. I mean, we were in the 90s just a few weeks ago.
That's true. Which means fall is right around the corner. So, me and my dad have always leaned, on the more inexpensive side of fragrances. So our noses are very accustomed to the scents that we have in front of us today. Mm-hmm. And we have 5 inexpensive but amazing fragrances for fall.
They are really, and less expensive choices.
Yes. So, we're just going to run through them for you, let you know what we think of them, and, our review is we really like them, but we'll still go through them. Alright, so let's get it started.
How about Halloween Man X?
Halloween Man X. A very underrated and not talked about fragrance. Spray this in the air. Very, that is good, huh?
Oh yeah. It's coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
But it's not like a cappuccino or a latte. It is like fresh ground coffee.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. Yeah, I think so.
And it is mixed with whiskey.
Oh yeah, booze.
Yes.
It's got booze. I'm not sure if it's whiskey or not.
Whiskey, rum, I don't know, one of those. Opens up. Ooh, yeah, that's so good. So, it's, I would say it is more boozy with coffee in the background to open.
Yeah, but it's not an in-your-face coffee.
Right.
It's just a along-for-the-ride coffee.
Correct.
Yeah,
as it dries down, that coffee comes out a little bit more. It gets a little bit sweeter.
Yep.
Overall, it's great. And it's strong enough that it's got some punch. It's got some pretty good sillage and longevity. Even though it's an EDT, it's still very good.
It's still, it definitely stays with you. The sillage is there. I think it lasts probably a good 5 to 6.
Yeah.
I would give it 5 to 6. So it's moderate. It's pretty good. It stays with you.
Yep. You could wear it in the daytime. You could also wear it on a date in the nighttime.
I always think of it as just going to Starbucks, and no, they don't sponsor us. Going to Starbucks, I could see that. Like
drinking a whiskey at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Now there's an idea.
Yeah, that's a like, and again, inexpensive.
Yep.
Probably under 30.
Oh yeah, all of these are under 30.
Yeah, under 30.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right, that's great. So that's Halloween Man X. Number 2, CK Shot. That is good stuff.
Wow.
Opens up with a little bit of citrus, I'd say.
Yeah, it's interesting. The 1 is there. You can kind of, that DNA is kind of there at first. But here comes
tobacco.
Doesn't take long. It comes to the front.
So I have a little bit of a love for Shock because as far as tobacco scents go, I've heard everywhere that Burberry London is the holiday fragrance. I know that's one. Shout out Ash. Burberry London is his, December Christmas fragrance. And I really do like Burberry London. But there's something, I'm all about, some sillage and some heft to it. And I don't think it has that enough for me. So even though CK Shock doesn't have the nutmeg, cinnamon, the tobacco in it is just a little bit stronger for me. So
it's just really good.
I would prefer this over London. It's cheaper. And I believe, I'm not going to say it's better, but in my opinion, I'd take Shock over London any day.
And I have to say, I like it, and I would definitely wear it in the cooler months without question. I'm still a fan of London if we're going to do that comparison.
Yeah.
And I'm awfully glad you wouldn't wear it, because at least that means you won't be stealing it.
It's true.
So, but ultimately, yeah, I got to tell you, I do like the scent a lot, and it's different enough so that, because it's not an exact match to Burberry London, but it's truly different enough to where as around that time of season without the exact same scent.
Yep. Up we have a Jeremy Fragrance special, Ferragamo F Black. So
shout out Jeremy.
This has been talked about, ad nauseum, I would say, but it's unbelievable. It is one of my favorite fragrances.
It is. Really.
And it does have its comparisons to La Nuit de l'Homme from YSL. And
Yep.
it's mostly because of the cardamom. In my opinion, I've smelled La Nuit, since you own it, obviously, but I believe that F Black opens with the dry down of La Nuit, but then F Black goes spicier with that black pepper. So it's cardamom and black pepper in the bottom. So starts off sweeter, but then gets more spicy and peppery. So I don't believe it's as much of a date night scent as La Nuit would be.
Probably.
Where this is just more masculine, suit and tie maybe kind of thing.
Well, you get to get away with this casually too.
Oh well, yeah, definitely,
very casual.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in the comparison to why
Yeah, I
it's a
see
La
what you-
Nuit, it's not as much of a date night sexy fragrance,
Right, yep.
but it has the same vibe.
Yeah, it doesn't have the
It's like a
sexy-
more serious
I
version.
think the pepper in this
Mhm.
just makes it. It's a really it almost. It's the kind of pepper almost tickles my nose a
Yeah.
little bit. It's that kind of pepper, and I really do like it. I mean, I do sense a little, and you have to expect for the price.
Yep.
It's a little synthetic, but it's really a very good scent. And I'm not saying it's so synthetic that it'll blow your doors off from a synthetic point of view. You can just, we're talking about La Nuit
yeah.
versus
Well,
this, and
yeah.
when
Yeah,
you think
that's
about
a tough,
the two,
yeah.
this is really good and definitely something to wear. To me, it'd be a blind reach
Yeah, oh yeah.
during
I love it.
during the
Absolutely
fall.
love it. Yep.
Yeah, during the fall especially.
Up on our list is another one not talked about too often. This is Zara Warm Black. So we'll spray this, but I already know what it smells like.
Yeah,
And
I just want a reminder here. Oh yes. All right.
So there are two notes here, mostly, and that would be tobacco and vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you talk about this one.
I have to say, this shocked me. I mean, first of all, Zara actually has decent quality for the price. Although I have to be honest, I recognize their price is going up a little bit. But this, I think I got for less than 20, just under 20. This has definitely not the same DNA, but Tom Ford's Tobacco Knee is very similar to this. This has a little bit more of a spiciness to it.
It's almost like a niche version of a lesser tobacco vanille.
Yeah,
How about that?
That's a really good comparison. Yeah. But it is without a doubt a great cold weather fall.
Yep.
Oh, great fall scent because it's not overpowering. And I'll also say this: Zara has a reputation, unfortunately, at lower price it can be expected, for not having a long time on the skin. This has gone 5 or 6 hours for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still pretty potent at the end of that. More of a skin scent, but definitely it is worth the spend.
Yep.
No question about it. Yeah, I'll be making some use of this
Yep.
during the fall. Absolutely.
For me, and this is not an age thing, millennial versus boomer. It's just not my favorite scent out of these 5 here. I think it's very good for Zara, and it is, if you like spice and tobacco vanilla, you're going to love it. And that's about it. That's all there is to say about that. Pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty simple.
All right, and last up on our list, another one that is not talked about often enough.
I agree with that.
This is Hanae Mori HIM, and this is the EDP version. There's also an EDT version, but we're not going to talk about that right now because we don't own it. All right. Whew, man, I love this scent. This one's from my collection, not his, because I found this one and I love it so very much. Ends up spicy but lighter, and then once it dries down, it is cinnamon mixed with a pretty unique note, I would say, in teak wood.
Yeah, that's a really nice aspect of this.
You can smell the teak wood in the opening, but once it dries down more, that pops out a lot.
Yeah,
and it's just a note that you don't smell very often, and it is absolutely fantastic, I think. And I'm a person who likes to smell unique. Like I don't reach for the Sauvages and the BDCs because I want to smell a little bit different than the person next to me. And not many people know what Hanae Mori HIM is. So that's why it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was a good find by you.
My
There's
goodness.
no question about it. Good find. Smells nice. It's definitely unique with that teak wood.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't think it's something that I would wear with on any normal. I just wouldn't wear it.
It is, so, and I think that might have our ages might come into that just a
That's
little
maybe.
bit. It
Yep.
is a little bit more of a youthful
Yeah.
fall scent. It's not super heavy. It's a
Yeah.
little bit lighter, but it is 100% a fall scent. Just a little bit younger and lighter, I think.
Yeah, I could see.
Less
I could see
serious.
for cooler weather, fall. Maybe not winter.
No,
I don't think it
no,
works
it's
its way
fall.
through winter very much.
It even
so
looks
you
like
could probably-
fall. I mean, look at it.
Yes, it's true. And you know what? You might even pull it off for a late spring kind of thing as
Yeah.
it warms up a little bit. But
To talk about it more, it is an EDP, but I'd say it performs more like an EDT, which is, it's fine. It is what it is. I can't, sillage and longevity is not anything to brag about with that scent, but it's not meant to blow your doors off, I think, as
Yeah,
you
the
said
sillage
before.
or
It's just
production.
kind of just meant, you're meant to smell good and bring them into you. So that's what we have for today. Those are our 5 inexpensive but amazing fall fragrances.